And welcome back to the Showroom Presents. Hey Buffalo, you've probably noticed that consumers across the country are enjoying lower prices at the pump because we're producing more oil right here in the USA. But the benefits of American-made energy go beyond the pump. Our energy renaissance could lead to millions of new American jobs. Joining us, he's been with us before and he's back today on the Showroom Presents, is Jack Gerard, President and CEO of the American Petroleum Institute, and he's going to discuss a new study about the economic impacts of the oil and natural gas industries. Jack, welcome back to the Showroom Presents.
Thank you, Brian. It's good to be on your program.
Oh, thank you. Now, tell us, what are some of the interesting results of this new study?
Well, what we found, Brian, is we did a contrast and a compare, if you will, with what the potential would be if we changed governmental policies to allow for our great American energy renaissance, and contrasted that with the current course that we're on, in many ways with some regulatory activities that stymie that ability. And the contrast is very sharp. It shows that with the right opportunities with public policy changes, we could create another 2.3 million American jobs right here at home producing our own energy so we import less. Those are great paying jobs. They pay on average about $96,000 each compared with the average wage across America that's at $47,000 each. So this is a good news story all the way across. We've just got to get our public policy officials to pay attention to this opportunity, open up those resources, and let America really become energy secure.
Right, because I know there are policies of all kinds to stimulate energy production, but I mean, we're talking about oil and natural gas here. What policies does the American Petroleum Institute feel need to be in place to see these benefits come about that you're highlighting from the study?
Yeah, the study authors look closely at a lot of different policies, but some of the broader ones that we don't often think about is just permitting timelines. You know, if it takes you multiple months to get a permit, it tends to discourage that investment because that investment will go to Australia, it'll go to Russia, it'll go to some place where the permit timelines are shortened and they're able to make the investment quicker. So little things like that, our ability to access onshore resource right here in the U.S. It's been very unfortunate in the state of New York when your governor put limitations on the production of natural gas up there. You just go south into Pennsylvania and you can see the huge benefit that's taking place there. And some of the issues that were raised in concern in New York just 3 weeks ago, the EPA concluded that there is no systemic impact to groundwater, even though that's a lot of what the governor relied on when he didn't allow for the energy development in New York. So it's those types of policies, Brian, that make a big difference. I know there's thousands of people in New York who would love to have one of those $96,000 a year jobs. And if we get the public policy right, it's not about Democrats or Republicans, it's about American energy, about the chance to become secure, create good jobs, create a good tax base, let people enjoy their quality of life.
Sure. Well, and at the end of the day, it's all about responsibility. And the funny thing is well, I mean, right here in Buffalo, I mean, we probably can feel in a very strange way the impact of what has been experienced down in Pennsylvania because the owner of the Buffalo Bills and the Buffalo Sabres, Terry Pegula, happens to have made his fortune in Pennsylvania by doing that very thing, which is not allowed to be done here in New York State. So his economic impact from how he's benefited has been of a great value to us here in Western New York. So it's sort of odd that can't be considered more here in New York State. But at the end of the day, also, I can understand and appreciate why they want to be concerned about matters of pollution and things. But I would tend to think the industry does as well.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian. And I think that's an important consideration you've raised. Let me just be clear. The industry is focused on environmental protection and safety. Those are two top priorities for us. And we believe we can do this safely and protect the environment. And that's what the EPA has concluded. That's why we're hopeful the governor will reconsider his views because, candidly, they've concluded something very different than all the other governors across the country have concluded. He's got another Democratic governor out in Colorado, Governor Hickenlooper, who's a geologist. He's a big promoter of the oil and gas industry because he knows the technologies in great detail. And he said, you know what, we can protect our environment and we can have this energy renaissance at the same time. That's why I think we got to get the politics out of it. We got to get the left and the right to move away and say, what's good for the country? Let's protect the environment, let's put our people to work.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If there's nothing that can jam things up more, it's that two-party log jam that gets created so often, and you're absolutely right. I don't care whether it's what we're talking about now or many other things, the log jams have to stop, and you know, we hope that can happen as the next election comes about, or whatever it's going to take to do that. So we're all for that, because at the end of the day, if we can protect the environment and increase jobs, isn't that what it's all about?
Absolutely, and would encourage your viewers to go to our website, api.org, and there they can read a lot about these issues that you and I have just kind of discussed generally today.
Good. Well, we'll encourage everybody to do that. Let me ask you one more time too, because I know last time we talked, we were talking about the decrease in gas prices. Do you see that continuing to happen? Are they going to go down, or are they leveled out, or what do we see in the future?
What the experts believe, Brian, is that they'll remain stable, and the more energy we can put into that global marketplace, as I mentioned earlier, the more downward pressure it puts on them to bring them even lower. So a big positive message for us, but again, we got to get the policy right to get us there.
Very well. Well, Jack, thanks you once again for joining us today on the Showroom Presents.
Good to talk to you.
Airport Plaza Jewelers is turning 20. Join the celebration. It's our Jamaican anniversary giveaway, an all-expense getaway to Jamaica, and a $100,000 island paradise shopping spree. Just stop into Airport Plaza Jewelers for your entry form. No purchase necessary. But while you're here, check out our fabulous selection of diamond anniversary jewelry, rings, necklaces, bracelets, thousands of great designs at deep discount. Hurry down. You can't win if you don't enter the Showroom on Union. Jamaican anniversary giveaway and cash spending spree. The Showroom on Union is your anniversary diamond jewelry store.